Hello everyone and welcome back to the studio. I'm David Kessler and I want to talk to you today about fear. There's four kinds of types of fear that I see in workshops that I teach around the country. Students just can be completely paralyzed by fear, and it keeps them from being able to paint the way they know they can paint and the way they want to paint. All right, so let's talk about those four right now and see if we can, find a solution. The first thing I see is that their fear to try something new. All right, they come to a workshop where they want to learn a different painting technique, want to learn how to do something different, and then what happens? Paralyzing. They get so paralyzed with fear because that they're trying something new that they can't actually try something new. It's amazing. I mean, it's excitement. I mean, it's always there's always apprehension. When you're in a new situation, you're trying something new, you're worried about this or that, but don't let that little bit of anxiety turn into fear and paralyze you. Right? It's excitement. I mean, you have to reframe it in your mind and say, okay, it's not that I'm fearful of what's going to happen or what I might do. It's that I'm excited that I'm trying something different. You see the difference in that? I'm excited about trying something different. Another challenge to try to conquer. Now, take for example these videos. I've been doing these videos for maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months. I took a really good business course, and I decided that to be able to connect better with people that buy my work and people that come to my workshops and everything, that the best way to do that was through video. It's so personal. These videos were hard for me. I mean, I'd never done these videos before. The only videos I did before were just showing the back of my body doing a painting video. That was it. I mean, I hadn't done anything else, but I get up in front of people every other week in a workshop situation, and I put myself out there when I'm doing my work. So I thought, well, let's do these videos because they're personal. They help you connect with me and me to connect with you. And that's really what it's all about. I try to help you get better at what you do. So these videos for me are a way to do that. But I mean, they were scary when I first started doing them. I mean, it's not like I'm good in front of a camera, nor am I comfortable in front of a camera. But I just finished a series of 31 videos for my new online course. 31 videos. You talk about putting yourself out there. And I'm not claiming that I'm the best person on video. It's just that I accepted the challenge to do something different, and I did it. I didn't say fear is going to paralyze me. I didn't say fear is going to keep me from doing it. I didn't say that fear was going to keep me from doing something different. I just did it. So at some point you have to be able to take the fear, move it out of the way, and say, okay, the challenge is here. Now how am I going to step up and take care of the challenge without being fearful? Okay, number 2, the fear of making mistakes. I mean, it's art, it's painting, it's canvas and paint and paper. It's not like we're surgeons and physicians and that, if we have somebody sliced open, if we're doing, heart surgery, thoracic surgery, we make a mistake and the patient bleeds to death. We don't have to worry about that. We're not making those kind of mistakes. We're talking about paint and canvas, right? Paint over it. And it's not really a mistake. It's just a choice that you made to do either this or to do that. I don't know that there's a lot of mistakes in art. There's just decisions and choices. That's it. Why be fearful of something that doesn't make any difference? Nobody's life's depending on it. It's paint. I mean, if you don't like it, if you think you made the wrong choice, then paint over it. Or, you know, I like to use watercolor paper to do small paintings on lots of times. So I don't have a lot invested in that paper. So I just throw it away. Or I gesso over it. You know, you have to be willing to get rid of it and move on. I mean, I always believe in looking forward, moving forward, not moving backward. All right, don't think about the last thing that you did. Think about the new one that's coming up. I mean, you know, when I was in architecture, think about making a mistake there. It's not that the building's going to fall down. I'm not talking about that kind of a mistake, but if pieces and parts don't fit or something doesn't work, you know, it costs a lot of money to fix it, and it's pretty embarrassing that you would make a mistake like that, and somebody's probably going to have to live with it. In painting, we don't have to worry about that. Right? So don't worry about what you just did. Focus on moving forward on the next piece. Forget about that one. Move forward. Mistakes in painting are just decisions, just choices. And you have a choice to accept what you did or paint over it or begin anew. So don't worry about mistakes. Okay? There's no making mistakes in art. There's just choices. So you can choose to move forward or go back. I always choose to look forward and move forward. Okay? So the third thing is the fear of what other people think. You know, peer pressure is very powerful. And I like to associate with people that are positive about what I do and not negative about what I do. They're not naysayers, but they're positive, right? They're encouraging. And that's the way I try to be in workshops. You know, be encouraging to the people that are in there. But what I find is, you know, most of my workshop students are women. You know, and the majority are, say, 40 or 45 up. You know, what I hear all the time is, you know, well, my husband said I'm spending too much money on paint or painting supplies. Or my husband says, you know, he doesn't like these paintings. Or my husband says, I don't know why you're wasting time trying to do these paintings. Or my husband says, I don't know why you're doing abstract paintings. You're not good at that. Now, what kind of encouragement is that? It's terrible. Right? So my advice to these students is, don't worry about what your spouse says. Don't show them the paintings. Don't tell them what you're going to do. Who cares? Right? If you're doing this for you, you're not doing it for them. Don't do it to please them. Do it to please you. Right? I don't care what other people think of my work. There's people that hate what I do. But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that love it. I get emails every week from all over the world. Do I worry about people not liking what I do? I don't care. You know why I don't care? Because I like what I would do. It makes me feel good to paint. It makes me happy to paint. And the more I get into the life of a professional artist, which is an unintended life, as I wrote last week, I find that I have less and less time to paint because there's so many more demands on my time to do other things. But I don't worry about what other people might think. I don't waste the mental time and energy worrying about what people might think. I paint for me. I don't paint for my spouse. I don't paint for my sibling. I don't paint for my parents. I don't paint for my friends. I paint for me. And when you paint for yourself, you don't have to worry about that static. You don't have to worry about the negativity or any negativity around you. You paint because you love to paint. Paint because it makes you feel good. Paint because it's something that you have to do to express yourself. Paint because you love it. You have to learn to enjoy the process of painting, right? Do it because you love it. Don't listen to other people. Don't let them put expectations on you that are not realistic. Don't let them be negative to you. Just don't listen. Don't show it to them. Don't talk to them about it. Right? Surround yourself with people that are encouraging and that will help you and that know how to help you. right? And I'm here for that if you need me. Number 4, they fear their work won't be good enough. Good enough for what? Not good enough to put on the wall, or not good enough to be in a show, or not good enough to get someone else's approval. Look, nobody, and I say this all the time in class, nobody is more results oriented than artists. I don't understand it. Every time we paint something, we think it has to be a masterpiece that gets put on the wall. It doesn't, it doesn't, it doesn't, it doesn't. Students, listen to me. Don't worry about painting masterpieces. And there is no perfection in artwork. There's no perfection. You cannot be a perfectionist and an artist at the same time. There's no such thing as a perfect painting. There never has been. There never will be. So get that out of your head. Don't put false expectations on yourself. Don't think that everything you do has to go on the wall. Don't think that everything you do has to be approved by somebody else. Don't think that everything you do has to be perfect. Making art is about being true to yourself, taking what's in your heart and putting it out there on the canvas. That's what art's about. That's why there's so much artwork out there that's so different. How boring would it be if everybody's work was the same? It would be terrible. And nobody would like it because it's all the same. It's so nice to see in workshops people that begin to develop their own voice that comes from their heart, that the work comes from here, you know, it comes out of here through their hands and out. It's amazing. That's what you want. You want it to be work. It doesn't have to be good enough. You don't even have to like it. You just have to get in the studio and make it. Be part of the process. Enjoy the process of making the work, and don't be concerned with the results. I know this is hard to do, but you can program yourself to do this. Right? I've done it. Right? When I come in the studio, I'm on. I'm ready to paint. I don't worry about the results. If the results are not good, which many are I make a lot of crappy work, but nobody sees it because I gesso over it. Or I'll cut the canvas off the stretcher and throw it away. Or I'll take the watercolor paper and put it in the trash can. I don't care about making a masterpiece. I care about the evolution of what I do. And I don't want what I do today to be like what I was doing 5 years ago. And I don't want it to be painting the same thing 5 years from now. I want this gradual evolution in my work, because that comes out of the process of making the work. And I don't worry about a masterpiece. I don't worry about a wall hanger. I worry about the next painting being better than the last one, and investigating something that I didn't do in the last one. Because your next one will be better than the last one. Every one will be better than the last one. You have to believe that. You have to understand that. You have to know that as an artist. Or there's no reason to get up in the morning, right? Because you know you're going to be better. The more paintings you paint, the better artist you're going to be. So don't let fear paralyze you. Don't stand up in front of the canvas and be fearful. Say, this is a great day. Wonderful things are going to happen. I'm going to be more colorful. I'm going to be more free. I'm going to be more emotional. I'm going to make beautiful work that makes me feel good. And if other people don't like it, who cares? Until next time, I'll see you.